top, all you just need is a chair and your dowel or stick. And we're gonna start with a little cat camel from our chair. So go ahead and put your hands right on your knees and you're gonna keep them right there. So try not to shift them back and forth. You're gonna keep your hands right in the same place, and we're gonna start to round the spine and then arch the spine. Round, go ahead and bring your neck into this, and then arch the spine. And I'm doing this from the side, just so you can kind of see which plane of movement we want to be in. We want to be moving in this direction. We don't want to do any twisting. We don't want to do any side-to-side movement. We're just going to be moving in this sagittal plane. Now let's connect this with our breath a little bit. So we're going to take a big breath in as we arch the spine. Exhale as we round. Let's try 4 more with your own breath. Nice job. You'll notice that as you do a few more, you start to slow down. Those inhales get longer, the exhales get longer as you start to calm the nervous system and get into the breath a little bit more. If you need a few more cat camels, feel free to keep going with those. But we're going to move on to some neck and shoulder stretches. So let's just start by bringing the chin to the chest, stretching out the back of the neck. And then as we keep the tongue on the roof of our mouth, we're going to lean our head back. Now 5 with our breath. So we're going to inhale and reach back. Exhale, come forward. Good. Back up to a neutral position. I want you to bring one hand down by your side. The other hand is going to wrap around that head, and we're just going to put some gentle pressure and stretch out all of this neck tissue here. And I want you to hold here and take 3 good inhales and exhales. Well, keep going. There we go. If you want to deepen this stretch, you can take this hand and reach it down to the ground. Imagine trying to touch the floor. And this hand wraps around your head, and just some gentle pressure. You're not pulling your head over to one side. You're just encouraging it to fall over to one side. 3 good inhales and exhales. Now, if you happen to have a chair without armrests, you can keep those hands down by your side, and we're going to work some scapular circles really slowly. Think about pulling those shoulder blades up to your ears, squeezing them back, down, and then forward to come back around. Hands stay down by your sides. You don't want your arms coming with you. Keep those elbows nice and straight. And really try and isolate that scapula. Really feel how when we have our shoulders up to our ears, we have all that tension resting in our neck. But with just a little bit of pressure downwards, we can ease that tension away from our neck, away from the traps. Open up the neck, open up the chest, and release some tension. Good, let's do 5 in the other direction. Up and around. Again, keeping those elbows nice and straight. Even if this is a very tiny movement for you, I want you to try and isolate the scapula as much as possible. The minute we start bending elbows or moving our arms around, we're no longer focusing on that one area. Good. Okay, time to grab your dowel or stick. We're going to start with it straight out in front of you. Go ahead and turn those palms up to the ceiling. Pull the shoulders back and down. So this is going to be about mid-chest height. We don't want it up by our collarbone or down by our belly, right in the middle of that chest. And we're just going to take some deep breaths in. And then as we exhale, we're going to twist from the belly button up. Inhale to come back to center. Exhale to twist in the other direction. Go ahead and do 10 of those on your own. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Try and deepen each one as you go. Keep your hips in one place. Take a look at your knees. Make sure those knees aren't shifting side to side here. And you can go as wide as you want with that stick. One more on each side. Good, bring those arms down. Put that stick in your lap. Shake out your hands, shake out your shoulders. Go ahead and bring that stick out to the side. So, you're going to bring your arms straight out, hands going to come right on top of that stick. I want you to keep the base of the stick right on the ground, and we're going to think about just letting our hand and arm fall backwards. Keep an eye on me. Make sure your chest stays pointing forward, and we're just gonna work on a little bit of extension through the shoulder, retraction of the shoulder blade, pushing back as much as you can, keeping yourself pointing forward. You can watch this other arm, keep it by your side. Don't let it twist. You can even, if you want to, hold on to the bottom of your chair. And let's take 5 good deep breaths here. Inhale, exhale, deepen. Inhale, exhale, deepen. You guys, a very big bug is crawling across the top of the camera right now. I'm trying to stay focused and just concentrate on my breath, but man, that bug is big as hell. Good. When you finish your 5 deep breaths, I want you to turn your head away from the stick and then tilt your head back slightly to increase that stretch. Get all of this side lateral tissue of the neck and the chest. And just feel how you're connected from the top of your head all the way down to this hip. Couple deep breaths here. And then slowly come back to center. Nice. Woo! I think I was pushing down into the top of the stick really hard. There's like an imprint in my hand. Okay, let's go to the other side. Stick's gonna come out to the side. Bring our hand down by our hip. You can grab the bottom of the chair if you want here. And we're gonna start to let that arm fall backwards, stretching out all this tissue in the front of our body that gets really tight from hunching over a computer, driving, doing our chest exercises. All of the things that we do in front of us will tighten up that chest. So we're just trying to give ourselves a little bit of a stretch here. Nice deep breaths in and out. Continue sitting up nice and tall. Keep that shoulder down away from the ear. Don't let it creep up. And then go ahead and turn your head away. Just kind of rotate it to look in the opposite direction. And then extend the head back, lifting up, stretching all this tissue out. Take a couple deep breaths here. And gently come back to center. Ooh, good. Shake out those arms, shake out the wrist, kind of think, shake out fingers, wrists, elbows, shoulders, all the way up. Good. Okay, we're going to grab our stick with palms facing down again, and we're going to lift overhead. This might be a little bit of a challenge for some of you. Try not to let those shoulders sneak up to the ears, drop them down, even if you're not, so I'm not perfectly overhead because my shoulders don't comfortably go up there. You can be a little bit forward, that's totally fine. You want to be in a comfortable position, something you can maintain for another minute or so. And from here, we're going to do some more twists. So I want you to inhale, exhale, twist to one direction. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Oof, I have an itch. You guys keep going. And then exhale over to the other direction. Again, keeping those feet flat on the floor. Make sure your knees are pointing in one direction. Don't let those hips kind of wiggle around here. We're just twisting from the belly button up, and we're gonna do about 10 total. If your shoulders start to get tired here, that may happen. Go ahead and shake them out a little bit, bring the stick down, and then go right back into it. You can think about trying to pull that stick apart, really engage some more of those back muscles. Good, one more to each side. Awesome, bring that stick down. Now your shoulders might be feeling a little bit, so go ahead and shake those out a tiny bit, because we're gonna come right back up to an overhead position again. We're going to take this nice and slow. We're gonna inhale, think about reaching up from the belly button, think about rising up, lower body stays sunken into the chair, upper body gets nice and light. Inhale, get light, exhale, and bend. Inhale, get light and tall, exhale, bend. Good, let's try 5 more on each side, 10 total. One more each side. Nice job. Bring that down. How are those shoulders feeling? Nice and warm, probably. Go ahead, bring that stick down. Let's release some of that tension by just opening our arms like a whip. So imagine your arms are made of jello, and you're just opening up the chest and then bringing them around to give yourself a little pat on the back. Kind of relax those arms, get nice and floppy. Release some of that tension that you've just built up. Nice, good. Okay, last thing we're gonna finish with is another cat camel. So I want you to come back to your cat camel and see if you can find a different or deeper feeling as you do this. So I want you to take 10 good cat camels here with your breath. Inhale, inhale, reach up. Exhale, round. Already I'm feeling my body get into some deeper places, push past some little sticky areas. Imagine what your spine is doing